back to the Quickly and Critters YouTube channel. Today I want to focus on something with captive parrots that I feel is very important, and as you can see, Kieran feels it's very important. She feels the need to come down and see what all this is all about, and that is the use of captive foraging when it comes to our parrots. In the wild, these birds would spend 40% of their day foraging, flying, and looking for food. In captivity, 3 steps to the right is a whole bowl full of nutrient-dense food. So then they have a lot of time on their hands. And when they have a lot of time on their hands, it can cause problems because then they do things we don't like them to do, like screaming and stuff like that. Feather picking, other types of behaviors. So I want to be focusing today on how you can get your bird to captively forage. These are just a few simple ideas, and then you can expand it from there. As you can probably see, I just put that seed in a bowl. So another thing I can do, if I want Kieran to learn by observation that what I have might be worth it for her, make that a bit smaller, I'm going to grab a safflower seed out of here. That's her favorite. Kieran, look. I'm going to put it in this paper, and I'm going to crumple it up. And then I'm going to offer that to Kieran. And let her work to get that sunflower seed out of there. Oh yeah, see? So just by observation, Kieran now knows that odds are there's something in that paper that she wants. You can do this with their regular food, putting it in different types of foragers. However, you're probably going to want to start with treats, especially if you've had a bird that's never foraged before, to get them into the whole concept of foraging. Hold on. So I put about 2 or 3 seeds in there. I'm going to again offer that to Kieran and say, would you like it? And she opens it. Oh. And gets that seed out. Good girl. Good girl. Another concept, if you have a bird and it's just like, oh my gosh, this is just not going well, is, as you can see, I have a little bit of crinkle like paper here. You can use paper towels, toilet paper, a napkin, as long as it's a clean napkin, anything like that. So what I'm going to do is, this is just a finger trap like you would get at carnivals. And this is perfectly safe. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some of this paper and I'm going to stuff it inside the finger trap. Not 100% perfectly, but I'm just going to kind of stuff it in there. Then I'm going to take a few seeds, preferably some larger ones if I can find them. And I'm going to stuff them in the finger trap. And I could put this other paper, this other bit of paper that I have in my hand on the other side. But for the sake of time, I'm not going to worry about it. And I'm going to offer this to Kieran. Again, she's watched that I've put stuff in there. So now all of a sudden that finger trap is worth her while to try and dig at and forage, because as soon as she opens it, there's good things there. While she's working on that, if that's too difficult for your bird even, you can take a handful of seeds and put them in a bowl and then just put a little bit of paper in there like that. And all they have to do is move it out of the way, and she might not get to this one in this video just because there's good stuff in that finger trap. This is something that you can do to keep your birds engaged and happy in their cage. You can probably see that that finger trap is quite long, so you can take one end of it and push it between the bars of the cage so that it's held in place, but the bird can still get to it from the inside. Before you go to work, leave your bird with some foraging activities and things to do. You can expand this from here. You can take this bowl and cover it in paper, and then they have to rip through it to get to their food. You can crumple pellets up in paper. You can have some pieces of paper that are crumpled up with and some without. Different amounts of pellets, seeds, different fruit, kebabs, and kind of taking pieces of vegetable, and hanging them and letting the bird rip them apart and eat them. This is all a wonderful way that you can train your bird at home. To learn more, stay tuned. I'm Jillian. This is Quickly and Critters. Bye.